Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a little while since I've recorded anything. Um, I ran into a gentleman today at a university, and he was a specialist in geology. And he told me a story about him and drilling rigs in Iran. And to make it brief, he said something along the lines of, we use satellite imagery to detect or to confirm where the wellheads were. And he said that, and I asked him, and because I'm a flat Earth believer, I asked him. I said, "Well, what's the maximum distance between images?" And he said, "Well, it depends on what you want. If you want something fine-tuned, we can do, the whole picture of Iran." And I said, "Okay, well." But I was on Google Maps, and I noticed how they take these images and they combine them together. And they basically take little clips of the Earth and then glue them together. He said, yeah, because, and you can go online and get a satellite, image of these pictures combined. And I was like, well, why don't they zoom out? And he's like, well, for the quality. So anyway, and I asked him, I said, well, it gives me a hard time believing why they do this. So to make this as brief as possible, I zoomed in on Hawaii, if I could find it on this thing. There we go. So I see this strip of islands. Oh, that's an island. I don't know what that is. And satellite, yeah, right. So you can, if this is true satellite imagery, there's no way they can see that there's a ripple here. So because they would be seeing water, and you can't see 100 feet, 200 feet down because of the algae, and it gets darker the lower as you get. So all this stuff here, I don't know how they get that from a satellite. That's not possible. That, and why is it consistent here but not here? So there's some inconsistency in these pictures. But going back to his whole thing, he said, well, we can do 10 miles. So I pulled up this image, which is this image. Here is, I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with Hawaii and its layout, but there's Honolulu. And here is, I can't even pronounce it, I don't know, Kauai. And it's funny because, you see this image of water, right? It's like, why not just extend this? Why not just show, more water? And it brought me back to that whole 10 mile image frame thing. They section these individual photos together in, from what he was saying, 10-mile intervals. And I zoom in on this, and it just drives me nuts. So as I've been a believer for a while now, so he said 10 miles, and I haven't clicked this, but let's just do it for the heck of it. That's 5 miles there. And I look at this thing, it's like, okay, now I know Google is not perfect, but obviously this is not satellite imagery. And I don't know what's going on here. That is, oh, I see, okay. So there's this little island, Nihou. I'm not going to try to pronounce it. But, if you zoom out, you can see how they've got these intervals. How they see, that's a 12 mile. Okay, so that kind of goes with what he was saying. That's 10, wow. 10 miles, 11 miles. So it really makes you wonder, how they're gluing this stuff together. Obviously this is not satellite. Anything around this is not satellite. This is clouds. They took their 10-mile photo around this island and decided not to show this. Why, I don't know. And you got this. It's a little island So I found two others that really were like, okay, really interesting. So this is one, and that's in Hawaii. And then this other one is Lake Lawson. And this one, see if I can, okay, it's also, wait, did I mess up? No, so this is a separate island, which is also in the chain of the Hawaiian Islands. This one's just a little further down, right here. You know, this whole 10-mile thing really struck me as interesting. So I 11 miles. And there's a shadow box, for lack of a better term. 10 miles, right at 10 miles. So it's like they took the picture from their plane, as high as the planes can go, and they got their picture. Why on earth, if you have a satellite, millions or, I mean, we can go to Saturn, supposedly, or wherever they're going, Pluto. But the only picture you can take of this island is a 10 or 11 mile squared. It's like, really? Okay, it just really dug down deep. So here we go. A Hawaiian island, Kauo. You can zoom in. You can see it's beautiful. I've never been there. I don't know, but I mean, I'm sure it is beautiful. But why not take a picture outside this? And my guess is that they don't have the time or energy to superimpose multiple frames together. So let's go back to the one that we showed you earlier. Okay, super frame. But let's go, I saw a second ago, this guy. What is this island? Kauai. So, as I said earlier, they have these images that they link together. Now, in mainland, they've done such a good job that they can superimpose these much easier. But look at this. Why is there a separate frame here? I know there's no way that the forest is different here. Obviously, there's been some, alignment here, and they've superimposed this image versus this image. I mean, the trees don't, and that's not nature. So obviously they've done something here. Anyway, it's 5 miles, which is super weird because it's almost like, I don't even know why they would do like some backwards or some L shape, but you see it all over. So if you like this video, please like, share. This has been my first one in a while, but why not just take a, anyway, I look forward to hearing your comments, reviews, like, share, and then maybe we can add some more, because I enjoy this, and I look forward to hearing your comments.